Hello, how's it going? Welcome to video question and answer type of vlog thing for Halifax Vintage, a gaming documentary. For those of you watching on the YouTube channel and don't know what this actually is, it is a documentary that I am currently going to be directing and producing about the collectors in Halifax, Nova Scotia, where I sort of live. I live in Maniac, but close enough. And it is going to surround mostly collectors as well as some of the local stores and stuff. I'm hoping to get Plan B involved, as well as the Last Game Store. We've already been talking with Adam a little bit about that. He seems interested. I just, have to finalize stuff, obviously, with pre-production and whatnot, which is what we're currently in, getting all the forms and stuff ready for when we actually start filming. So that is basically what that is. If you want more information on that and you're watching this on just the YouTube channel, you don't know anything about it, a link in the description to the Facebook group if you want to read more. And, of course, the questions here might actually answer the questions that you have anyway. For those of you that have liked the Facebook group and are watching this on the Facebook group, hi! And thank you very much for your support so far. It is amazing. We have 72 likes right now as of making this video, and it's only been up for just about 48 hours, so 2 days, 71 likes. Wow, that's awesome. And also thank you very much for the graphic Richard Black. I will also put a link to his graphic design website in the description of the video, so go check him out for sure. But what this basically is just a short Q&A of answering some of the questions that I've gotten, the most common questions that I've gotten in the past couple of days. So let's get started, shall we? The first question is, who are you? I am Justin Swinemer. I am a collector and somewhat-ish reseller, I guess. I resell to pay for my gas to go to school every day, which is what this is for. It's for school, technically, but it's also just kind of a pet project. I've been collecting games and been interested in gaming and all that kind of stuff for a very long time. I mainly collect Zelda and posters. My posters are behind the camera right now, but you can see a couple. There's the Nintendo one that Clifford made me, which was such an awesome, it's so awesome, I love it. And I think you can see a couple more posters and stuff like that around, but not too many. And of course some of my games on my shelf above my computer, those are just PC. Again, behind you is where any of my actual collection goes. So, yeah. And you're not ever going to see it because my room is a fucking mess. And it would be extremely unprofessional for me to turn the camera around right now. So, yeah. Second question. What the hell is it? When will filming start? Okay, so when will the actual pre-production be over and the actual filming start? I'm looking at hopefully being able to start filming midweek. Not next week, but the week after. So, around the 20th or so. I have some stuff set up with a Final Fantasy collector who I won't name just in case he doesn't want to be named. For the 22nd, that will probably be one of the first things that we actually do. Just because it's going to take a little bit of time to set that up, because I had to set up his collection in the studio, as well as light it professionally and all that kind of whatnot to make it look nice. And no, that's just for him and a couple of others that live farther away and have smaller collections that want to be involved, but I can't drive to, like, Yarmouth for this because I have no funding. I'm all of the gas and stuff for driving to and from locations and collectors' houses and stuff throughout Metro and is coming out of my own pocket. So no real money going into the film, and I don't think anything will come out of the film either. It's, again, just a school project, really, just but also something that I have wanted to do. I want to do something with gaming, and this seemed like a perfect opportunity to do something with gaming. So So to answer the question, basically, I'm hoping that the very latest we'll start filming is the 22nd of April, and we'll be filming straight through until probably the end of May, and then we'll go into post-production, so editing, sound, mixing, all that kind of whatnot, at the end of May until the end of June, and then it'll be released, hopefully, at the end of June. The next question. I'm not cutting this vlog because I'm really lazy today. When will it be finished? Simple, quick answer, the end of June. I don't know an exact date yet because I'm not 100% sure. It all depends on when the actual assignment is due. But the end of June, probably the second last week in June, it'll be released. Once I probably expect an actual date announced the middle of May. I will know for sure. So the 15th of May, I will let you guys know an actual release date. What can the collectors expect during filming? For one, you can expect respect. I'm coming into your home, invading your space, and gawking and drooling at your collection. So, respect from both me and the crew that will be there. As far as I know, Alejandro said he would help with the project, so he will probably be on camera. And I'll also have to have a boom operator. I don't know who I'm going to ask for that yet. There's multiple people that are in the class, and I guess whoever's free for that. But so yeah, respect for your collection and your things. We will not touch things unless we ask first. You know, we'll let you handle all that kind of stuff. As far as the actual interviews and stuff go, just basic questions. I'm not going to, like, delve and be like, you know, who was your, you know, how did you feel about your grandfather doing drugs or something, you know, something personal, and, like, I'm not going to jump that kind of line, obviously. It's about collecting and collectors. Like, I'm going to ask you the deepest question that you'll probably ask is, like, why, and if there's some deep-seated reason why you started collecting. Like, you know, your dad collected comic books and stuff, and you wanted, you know, you didn't really like comic books, so you wanted to become a collector of something, and, you know, Nintendo Power became the thing, and so you started collecting that, and then you started collecting cartridges, and, you know, something like that. That you could go deep with that, I suppose. That would probably be, like, the most, oh my god, what a question. It's a very simple question for the documentary is being answered, so don't expect anything, like, stupidly personal that you would hate me for. That's not going to happen. And again, expect just respect from us, and of course you guys are all helping out of your own free will. I mean, there's no payment, that you just get to see your collection kind of in a nicely done, hopefully well edited documentary on, it'll be released to YouTube as well, and I actually will be talking about that here in a second. There's a question about that. Next question. What is the goal of the documentary? The goal of the documentary is, one, to highlight the collectors. That was extremely unprofessional. I apologize. My phone just went off. To highlight the collectors of Halifax and stuff, and just show what kind of community is there. Like, a lot of people, like, that I went to this documentary too. Like, there's a couple of sites and stuff around. There's one for, like, Windsor, Nova Scotia. There's one for there's a Halifax Share Anything and stuff. And I've had people PM me like, holy crap, I didn't know there was enough of people in Halifax doing gaming collecting to do a documentary on. And, you know, people are interested to see that. And the real goal is to find out what about vintage gaming has people so interested in it, and why is it such a big thing even now, especially with stuff like the Nintendo eShop, the PlayStation Store, the Xbox Live Arcade and stuff, all these classic games on emulators and stuff like that. Why don't people just play those, and why don't people not collect these old cartridges that most people think are worthless? Like, people have come to me as a reseller and, like, given me things, and I didn't even ask for it because they thought it was worthless, and I usually feel bad. I'd give them something for it, right? Like, you know, I'm not gonna let them give me a whole bunch of shit that I can sell for a lot and not give them anything for it. That's dickish, and if you do that, go away. I mean, if it's one game and whatever, but I've had people give me like 20 games before for like free, and I'm like, no, here's like $5 a game, something like that, right? So my profit's there, and they get to make some money too when they didn't expect to. But anyway, I'm rambling. So yeah, that is basically just highlighting collectors and stuff, and highlighting the community itself, and asking the question, why do people do it? And to the sellers too, like, why do they think people are so into this stuff? And why that these stores like Plan B, like the Harborview Market guys, like Last Game Store, have just been so successful because they have been. They're still around, and Last Game Store has been there for years. The Harborview Market guys, I remember being little, and there was a couple of them there, and now there's a whole bunch of them, and it seems to have exploded over the past couple of years as well. And just finding out why it's such a big thing, I guess, is really the goal of the documentary, and the final question to be answered. Next question. What kind of equipment will you be using? That one actually came up more than I thought it would. The equipment that we'll be using is, well, first of all, we'll be using professional tripods and whatnot for our cameras. Our cameras will be either the Sony NX, which I'm currently recording on. The microphone will not be the microphone I'm using, obviously. This microphone is horrible. It's just the one that's in the camera. I didn't really take the time to take out like a boom or lav mic or anything like that. It'll be this camera, which is the Sony NX, and the Panasonic AF100 camera, which will be the main one using, because it is just a damn good camera for that. Plus, it takes SD cards, where the Sony NX does not. It's all USB based, so it's kind of a hassle to get stuff off. Plus, the NX cam doesn't release .movs for some reason, and some of my editing programs do not like that for some reason again. So a lot of the time I have to upload the raw clips to YouTube, download them through KeepVid, then put them in my editor, because for some reason some of my editors for vlogs and stuff just don't fucking read it. Stuff like Final Cut and Premiere do, but like on this thing back here, I don't have that. Like this film I'll be editing in Premiere, and I'll be editing at the school, not here, because I don't have Premiere. And yes, Pirate Bay is a thing, but I'm just lazy and don't want to hassle with that kind of shit right now. So, as far as microphones, we have wireless lav mics and boom microphones, which I personally prefer. The lav mics I find sometimes the audio is shit. But the boom mics always seem to come out with nice, crisp, clear audio, especially in collectors' rooms. Generally, they're fairly quiet, so the boom mic is really, really good for that. And the lav is too in quiet rooms, but again, I just prefer the boom mic as much as I prefer PC over Mac. So that's a whole debate. But that is kind of the equipment we'll be using. It's all professional equipment, all stuff that they do use in the field, and even like the editing program, like Premiere and Final Cut 7, not Final Cut 10. Is all stuff that they use in the industry anyway, so like this is not just like I'm gonna come with a little Sony DV cam I bought at Future Shop for $100. Like, no, it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 cameras with $1,000 tripods with, you know, $500 microphones. Like, expensive stuff. The cheapest microphone I'll be using in this is maybe for some of my voiceovers and stuff in the beginning areas and some of the narration, and that is, as you can see behind me, my Blue Yeti, which cost me $200. So, you know, no expenses spared, for sure. Next question is, where can we get updates on the progress? You can get updates on the progress on the Facebook page. So, the Facebook page is going to be the thing. Like, people have said, oh, can you keep me updated and stuff like that? And I have like 20 people on a list that they want me to just keep them updated constantly, and that's really going to be hard to do. So, to those people and to everybody else, the Facebook page is going to have all the updates. It's going to have vlogs like this every once in a while, progress vlogs, I guess you could call it. It's going to have like pictures, some stuff like that, behind the scenes, whatnot. You know, go in a location, vlogs, stuff like that. Just updates in general about how things are going, how things are playing out, who we're going to such and such a day while we're filming, and stuff like that. And yeah, just that is where you're going to find the updates, is the Facebook page. Again, link in the description if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this already on the Facebook page, welcome. The like button is somewhere up there, so give it a like. Next question. What can we, the people not in the film, do to help if we want to help? I actually have had this, again, a lot, and I was like, really? You want, like, you can't be a collector in the film because you're not a collector, but, like, you know, you have a Nintendo Wii, that's great, but we want to showcase the vintage collectors. But if you want to help, the best thing you can do is share this the Facebook page. If you're watching this on the Facebook page and you haven't shared it yet, please share it. The more people that get behind the project, and the more people that are involved and want to watch it in the end product, the better it's going to be. Because the more it's going to, one, stroke my ego, and two, motivate me to actually do it and get it done and do it well. Because if I know that there's an actual amount of people that want to watch this and are interested in watching this and want to see the end product and stuff like that, that's gonna be, that's awesome, and I can't wait. I'm thinking, I don't know, that I might see if I can grab some sort of, like, in the film studio, because we have, the school is in downtown Halifax, right on Barrington Street, which is kind of centralized for HRM, that's like in the fucking middle. So, what I might do maybe is might have like a premiere night or something, I don't know, like get a whole bunch of pizza and pop and shit, and anybody that wants to come and see it for the first time when it is finished, on a DVD, throw it in the TV and watch it there, can come and do that, and I don't know, just as something like that, and then like the day after I'll throw it up on YouTube for anybody that didn't want to come. Still kind of thinking about that, I don't know, maybe we'll do it, maybe we'll not. It depends. I'll probably do that if we get like over 150 likes before the end of it, because I feel like if like you have, I don't know, like 70 likes, that only like 10 people are going to show up to that anyway, so you know, 10 people are actually going to be thoroughly involved in it, because, I mean, YouTube channels are the same thing. I have 700 and some odd subscribers, but 250 to 300 of those are actually active. I mean, it's not that the others don't pop in once in a while, it's just that the active ones watching my videos constantly are the 250, 300 or so. And that goes for everybody, even the big YouTubers. If you watch Chugga Conroy, he only gets 150,000, 200,000 views, and he has almost 1 million subscribers. That's just the way YouTube works. And same thing with Facebook, same thing with Twitter, all that kind of stuff. There's only a percentage that are involved, and the rest of them are just kind of like, oh, I like that one thing that one time. So, yeah. updates, and if you want to help, share this page around, throw it around and all that kind of stuff, and just talk about it. That's really the best thing possible. And I appreciate everybody that has shared it, by the way, so far. I think I can't say that word, Analytics, whatever, has shown me, I believe there has been 36 shares, which is pretty damn good. So thank you very much. If you haven't shared it again, please do. It really helps out a lot, because, hey, even one extra person is one extra person. Next question. How many collectors do you need for the film? This is the final question as well, by the way, that I had in the top, like, 10. I need as many collectors as possible. This is a 15 to 20 minute documentary, so I can't do it with 2 collectors. Right now, I believe I have a list. 7 collectors currently. 20 would be best, like a minute per collector. Of course, we're going to jumble it up a lot. Certain questions are going to go in certain areas and whatnot, because it's a documentary. Like, I'm going to see one guy for the first time and talk to him a little bit, and then he's going to show up again later in the film when he has something else to say about some other topic. So that's going to happen. But I mean, if we had 20 collectors want to get involved, that'd be great, because we'd have 20 collectors that wanted to get involved, and that's amazing, because we'd have way more than enough footage with that many collectors for sure. Right now, like I said, we have 7, 8 collectors right now, and a couple of sellers and stuff. And I'm going to see if the Last Game Store will let me poke a camera in for the Zelda race for charity, which would be really cool, because he's live streaming it, but to get it in the documentary and on film and stuff like that would be really cool too, because it would just be a neat thing to throw in the documentary. It also kind of just showcases how giving this community is. Like with the Last Game Store, the charity stuff that they do is just unreal, and it's really great. But anyway, guys, if you have any more questions, of course, if you're on YouTube, leave a comment in the YouTube channel comments. And if you're on the Facebook page, just leave a comment to this video and stuff like that. I will see it as soon as I possibly can and answer it. Again, as soon as I possibly can. You can, of course, personal message me on my own Facebook, Justin Thomas Swinemer, I guess is what it is. I post all over the place, so you can probably find me on any page. And, of course, you, can personal message the Facebook page for Halifax Vintage. Anyway. And I will get that too, because it shows up in my personal notifications, because I attached myself to that. So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and more updates and stuff like that to come. And yes, thank you very much for the support so far. Thank you very much. Peace.